Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. I thought it would be fun to start the year off with the Show Me Your Dent tag. I've already done this video once on my beauty channel, but I thought I would do one here for the actual fragrance channel now that it's existing and let you guys know what perfume bottles I have some dents in. I'm gonna be showing you mostly new bottles, but I'm gonna give you some updates to my last video. So I'll leave that down below if you haven't checked that out. This was a tag created by Yummy411. I'm gonna leave her channel down below if you wanna check it out. And I'm excited to get into it. I'm not going to be going into tons of notes because it's more actually about the dent and the actual physical use you can see in these bottles. I love having a big collection. I like having a lot of scents. I like the variety, but there's something satisfying to me. Sometimes it's bittersweet, but mostly overall satisfying to actually see the perfume get used, to see how loved it is, to see how many times you've reached for it, because you can actually see that liquid no longer in there, you know what I mean? So let's just get into it. First, I thought I would start off with NISHANE 100 Silent Ways. Absolutely love this perfume. This is a really great one to me. It could be a signature for sure, but I like it for spring and summertime. Even sometimes it might be, if it's really hot, it might be a little much, but this is like a peach white floral. I think it has like some tuberose in it. Super sweet, just really feminine and girly scent. And I really went through this. Like, that was made very fast. That dent was made very, very fast because I got this right around springtime in 2022 and loved wearing this. This is just a beautiful scent. Can't wait to bust it out more once, you know, the weather gets a little bit less cold. But I feel like that's a pretty sizable dent. Again, for the collection I have, seeing any type of dent whatsoever, honestly, I'm like very, very happy with. Another one kind of in that similar vein, this one is Sunset Hour from Goldfield and Banks. I feel like mine is like, I have like goop on the outside. I don't know what that is. It's disgusting looking, honestly. But this is another one that's really great for all year round. It could be a signature scent as well. This has like raspberry. It has also kind of a peach note. Oh, it's like spun sugar. It's so good. Oh my gosh. It's sexy and flirty and still kind of fun. There's a youthfulness about it, but it still feels refined. Like, that is so nice. And it's a fruitier perfume for me. It has some woods though, and I feel like that's kind of what grounds it and, you know, makes me really like it, even though it really is a little bit more fruity than I tend to go. I feel like if you like Burberry Her, you should check this one out. I don't like Burberry Her. This to me is like what Burberry Her should be. It's so good. Anyway, I have a decent dent going in this one as well. Another one that I really loved for the summer. I got this in 2022. I got the NISHANE one in 2022. So I feel like that's some pretty dang good progress. And you know, I don't think of it like project panning. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to use any of these up by a specific time, that type of stuff. But again, it does feel good to see the love that you have. And especially with some of these expensive perfumes, the two I mentioned are both pretty pricey, more niche fragrances. If you're gonna splurge for the bottle, you know, it feels good to know it was a good choice. It feels good to know you're getting your money's worth actually using those sprays. I have this little baby bottle here. It's so cute. I almost said baby bottle pop because I just had to finish that. But anyway, this is from Kayali, and this is just a mini of the Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. I did not like the scent when I first got it. That is a video right there talking about scents that I didn't necessarily love initially, but have grown to love over time because there's a few of those out there for sure. This is a creamy vanilla coconut white floral, delicious scent. It is leaning on that kind of sunscreen kind of trope in fragrance, but I feel like this one does it so creamy, so vanillic that I can get down with it. You know what I mean? It's not too clean. I feel like some of the sunscreen ones that come out, they have the white florals, they have the coconut, but they don't have the creaminess and they don't have the sweetness to them that this one does, and I just really quite love it. Even though it looks like a small dent, I feel like, although I just said I'm not using stuff up, whatever, I do think that this is one that potentially could be gone this year. We'll see. I really love using this in the summertime, and another way I like using this is cutting it with Juliet Has a Gun, Sunny Side Up. You guys know I love that one. Sandalwood, jasmine, it has coconut as well in it, and I feel like that one's just like a drier, woodier. It still has a creaminess to it, but the woods in it definitely have like a drier, sharper smell, and combined, I feel like it cuts this one really nicely and just makes it a little bit lighter while I still get some of that creaminess. So love this one. Definitely will be getting the full bottle of that once it's gone. I thought I would update you on a few perfumes from my past video. So in there, I was talking about Replicas by the Fireplace. This is just the 1 ounce and it is completely gone. I had, I don't know, not much. I mean, I was going through this. This is just such a perfect scent to me. I love the smokiness, the woodiness, the sweetness that comes out in this fragrance. And so it is completely gone now, but I had a backup on deck. Like I had this ready. It was basically full. I did technically buy this secondhand. I found a deal on it on Mercari, but it was basically full and I already have a dent going in this one. Like I already have it going. This, although I think a lot of people think of it as a more cold weather fragrance, and I get that obviously it has like a definite smoky, kind of a heavier note. On me, I really feel like the sweetness comes through as I wear it, and I can wear this thing all year round. So I will wear this in the summer, I will wear this in the spring, I will wear this in the fall, I'll wear it all the time. I just love it that much. It's another one that I tend to layer. That's another video I'm working on. So to let you know, my layering combos, kind of how I like to layer things, all of that, but definitely have a really good dent going in by the Fireplace. That is just like a forever perfume to me. Like as long as they're making it and I can get my hands on it, it will be in my collection. Unless my nose, I guess, changes. That can happen, but while I love it like I do, it will stay around. In my last video, I showed the dent that I had in my Ariana Grande Cloud perfume, and I'm sure I have a little bit even more of a dent going on, but I feel like in this past fall and winter, I was actually going more for Cloud 2.0, and this is an opaque bottle, but I am about here on it. I have a good dent going in this one too, so I kind of just been switching off between both of them, which works for me, makes both of them last a little bit longer in some ways, right? Cloud 2.0 isn't that different. It really isn't. It's so minute, the differences. I feel like if you were asking me which one to get, I probably would just direct you to Cloud, but something about that extra added like ambroxan note in here, it's just been so cozy and just a little bit heavier for the colder months, and it's the one I've been gravitating to when I just want to like cuddle up, be at home, and I'm definitely making some good progress, which I'm happy about. Like I said, I do overall prefer regular Cloud, and so I felt like that one was getting neglected, and then all of a sudden I was just like into using it, and that's one of the reasons too, like I'm very discerning if I'm gonna decide to declutter something or not, because I'm telling you, like randomly I have these little spurts and it's nice just to kind of have it there waiting and ready to use when I want to. This might be one of the biggest dents I really have going in my perfumes that I haven't shown you guys in one of these videos. This is Tahoda from Indult, and this is just the most decadent and strong musky vanilla scent. It is so thick and creamy and sweet and delicious and just one of the best gourmands you can get. If you're a vanilla lover and you haven't smelled this yet, you need to try it. I do suggest that you actually spray this all over your body though. That is, I feel like, the trick. If you just smell it on a blotter card or, you know, put a little spritz on your wrist, like it's not enough. You gotta really engulf yourself and then see how you like it. It can be a little thick and creamy, so, you know, maybe don't overspray too much, but I really think like, you know, a full few sprays where you can really like walk into it, be in it, smell it all around you. I'm telling you, it's so, so good. I have a lot of vanilla perfumes and this is one of my top fragrances. Like I love it so, so much. It just knows what it's doing, okay? It's like, it's here to be a thick, creamy vanilla and it does it. And it's beautiful. I have a few freshies or more fresh fragrances in here. This one is from SKYLAR. This is Pink Canyon, and I love Pink Canyon. I feel like this is a bit underrated. I know I rave about Vanilla Sky a lot. I talk about Boardwalk Delight, but Pink Canyon is such a nice, fresh, musky, kind of citrus, yet still woody. It has a sea salt note in it, so it has a little bit of a tang or like, I guess a sharpness, but it's still smoothed out by the other notes, and it's just beautiful. This is my fragrance when I don't know what I want to wear for the day, or I just know I have a lot of stuff to do and I don't want my scent to be kind of distracting for me. This is one that really kind of motivates me, feels like I want to like lift my head up high and like, you know, go on a walk and like tackle the day, do what I gotta do. Absolutely love this. If you haven't tried it, you like a fresher scent, you kind of want a clean girl aesthetic fragrance, I feel like that's what Pink Canyon is. It is so good. I mean, it would be great for a date night. It would be great for work day. I mean, it just works for everything. A great signature signature scent too. The other similar scent, like kind of clean girl style, is De Los Santos from Byredo. This was one that when I smelled it, I was immediately so intrigued by it. I was like walking around Bloomingdale's like smelling it on me, and I went back the next day to get it. And since then, I really have used quite a bit. This is just the 50 ml, so it is a smaller bottle, but still, I mean, that is some definite progress. This only came out in 2022, like the middle of the year. Like seriously, this is not going to be for everyone. It has a lot of sage in it, and I don't know if I would say I smell sage. I smell like simultaneously dry and wet tea. Like it's like the tea bag when you open it, and also the tea bag when you take it out of your tea and it's sopping wet. It has a very herbal kind of scent to it, and it also has a dryness, almost like dry sauna wood. I've mentioned that before. I also get some like hay, like there's something kind of hay about it, but there's ambroxan in here, and it's just more of like a fresh scent. Like I said, I love my gourmands, I love those, but sometimes those are a little bit heavy, and I feel like for spring, summer, a lot of the time I can go for more of these scents. It's like kind of hard to remember a time when that was because we've been in fall and winter for so long, but I definitely was wearing this a lot and just like that feeling of feeling like clean, fresh. This is my version of like a freshy or a soapy type of scent. It's not soapy, but to me, it takes that place. So really love this. Definitely a good dent going. Another little update. This is my Ambery Saffron from Dossier. I am almost done with it. And the reason I'm almost done with that is because I've completely finished up Baccarat. So this was my first Baccarat I ever bought. I love Baccarat so much. It is my favorite scent. It's like my signature. It's my favorite. I do a layering combo for my technical signature, but I just adore this scent, okay? If I had to just explode all my perfumes and only have one, I would pick Baccarat, okay? Like, I'm basic. When there's an undeniably amazing scent like this out there, like I surrender. Okay, so this is gone. And so when I was actually in Arizona, I brought this with me as well as some other perfumes. I brought like a lot of perfumes with me, and so I was using this a ton and using it up, and that is also because I knew that I had ordered the big size of Baccarat. I know it hurt so much, but it hurt a little bit less because I bought it off of Selfridges. This is it. I'm gonna show you it because when I bust this out, it's kind of hard to even spray it on me because it's so big. I just love this, and I've been using the dupe, and I do think this is like the best dupe I've found to me personally in my nose. It's not exact, but it is damn close for the price, for everything. Like, I do suggest this one, and I've tried a lot of Baccarat dupes. I'm telling you, it was kind of my mission for a while, but I was just using this one for a while, and I hadn't had the real Baccarat, and then once I got this, I was like, oh, it's so slight, but it's different and better. I am just such a fangirl of this scent. Anyway, I bought off Selfridges. This is so expensive. Baccarat by itself is so expensive, just the 70 ml, but I decided to go all the way for the 200 ml, honestly, for saving money reasons. Like, I obviously go through this shit, and I was like 200 ml. Oh, there's like some floaties in there. There's some floaties in there. Anyway, I got this off of Selfridges because it was $4.35 over there. I know it's still an obscene amount of money, but in the States, this is like over $600. So I was very happy to get it at that cheaper price, and I already pay for the year of shipping. So just a little tip, if you're super into it as well, and at some point you're thinking about it, even if you want to get the 70 ml, this is also cheaper over there. So thought I would just let you know. But even this, I honestly feel like since I got it, I'm already making a dent in this one. Like, I can't get enough of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, baby girl, you're so good. I love you. I'll never leave you again. I honestly didn't know how much I missed it until I got that bottle back. I was like, holy shit, this is so good. That is like what kicked off my love for perfume. That's like one of the main things that kicked off my love for perfume. All right, last four, let's get through these. I want to show you guys JUSBOX Cheeky Smile. I love this fragrance. Another one I picked up in 2022. One of my favorite discoveries. This is like a musky, ambery, woody scent. Icy super, lots of ambers, and it is just so good. One of those kind of molecular skin scents where everywhere. You leave that scent trail. Some people can smell it, some people can't, and it's just so, so good. If you haven't tried this one out and you're really into those scents, I'm telling you this will be one of your favorites, so check it out. I know ambers can play different on different people though, so get a sample always, but this is a really, really good one, and I feel like if you're in that like Molecula 1 crowd, I think you should try that one. This is probably my most, well, no, the Baccarat is, but this is my second most recent perfume, probably that's in this grouping, and I already have such a dent going in this perfume from Ariana Grande. This is the Mod Vanilla. I really do like this. It's just an easy grab, you know, kind of similar to Cloud in that it's sweet and vanillic and has more of like a fruity note going in here, but I really do just love it. It doesn't last a long time. I tend to overspray it, but I definitely already have a dent going in this one because I wear it a lot. I'll just go over and just like douse myself. I have a jacket that I wear that I obviously tend to wear a lot with that perfume because every time I put it on, I'm like, damn. Okay. Ariana Grande following, being my little ghost with me. Second to last, this one is Lise Beau, and this is a vanilla and woody scent, but this doesn't have a ton of sweetness to it. So there's some aromatics. This really smells so fresh, so clean, like really kind of expensive and earthy without being dirty at all. Like you're still in a white shirt, you still have your hair nice and done. Another kind of clean girl, it girl type of scent. It has a little bit of a pepperiness, just a little, not a ton of spice, and some aromatics going on. It's just a beautiful, beautiful woody vanilla. If you don't want something super sweet, it's not anything like Tota. The vanilla is just soft and just the tiniest bit of sweetness, but really it's over this beautiful dry wood. I don't know if it's cedar in here. I want to say it's cedar, but I could totally be wrong. But it's just like a beautiful, beautiful wood note. These are really expensive perfumes. I do find this one actually lasts on me. It's more natural, but I like everything from the brand. They have 4 different fragrances at the moment. Their most recent one, Floating, is really good. I like Studied. I like Rose Struck. I obviously like Beau. It's the one I own. But I mean, those are all bottles that I would at some point think about adding to my collection. Like I think they're all really good if you want a house to kind of explore. And then last, Milky Musk from Parle Moi. I just love this. This is very similar to Juliet Has a Gun. I find this less creamy though, so it's just like sandalwood and musk. Like it is so good. Like a dry yet creamy sandalwood, you know? And it's musky. It is like a step up from like a molecule scent, very similar to those, kind of similar to Santal 33, although that one is more full-bodied and has some spiciness, and it's different than that scent, but I just mean like it's woody, and I feel like people definitely smell this. They want to know what you're wearing, even though it's kind of simple. Like it's just so good. I love this, and I also have a decent dent. This is the smaller bottle as well. I tend to almost always pick up a smaller bottle because I have so much, and for me to actually run through something, like it's worth the potential of me running through it and being like, oh man, I should have got the bigger bottle. On the off chance that happens, that obviously means I really love it and I'm not like upset at repurchasing it because I love it that much. And I found that like 30 mils, 50 mils tend to work really well for me and let me have like variety with saving more money and not having too much perfume. So all right, those are all my dents. I would love to know what perfumes you have the biggest dents in your collection. I feel like it's a really good sign to know what you're actually into and like. There are so many perfumes in my collection that are some of my top loves. I like would never get rid of them, or at least right now, you know. I love them so much. I wear them for sure, but you know, the amount of times I'm wearing them, it's like maybe a more specific perfume or it's really heavy, and so there's only so many occasions to wear it. And you might be surprised by some of the perfumes you're actually wearing all of the time, actually like grabbing for on a daily basis, or when you're just at home chilling, things you're not necessarily wearing out to other people, but you know, wearing for yourself. The dents, I feel like, really show what you actually like, and they can help give you some insight on what perfumes might be worth it in full bottle or just decant or whatnot. So anyway, let me know what your dents are down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It'll be interesting to see what dents happen throughout the year, and maybe we can do like a half-year update or something. We'll see as it goes, but thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.